5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turntables activated. Get ready.
The most versatile hip-hop radio station in the world.
You can talk about us, but you can't talk without us. Phenomenal radio. We are what radio should be. You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think?
Holy shit. Where'd you find this?
You're locked into the number one online radio station.
Here we go! It's not that your radio sounds strange. You just found a station that plays what you like.
Phenomenal radio.
Radio just got a lot more fun. Thanks for listening.
Phenomenal Radio, PhenomRadio.com, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world. I am your brother at Juan Carlos X, at Slatestone Music Anywhere Online, an audio forensic analyst in here with my co-analysts on audio forensics. Again, this is Phenom Radio, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world. And if you don't believe us, put us to the test. Been streaming over a decade, thousands of independent artists and global indie advancement across the world. We got a special guest plugged in with us today, but make sure you hashtag the plug room, hashtag audio forensics, search Phenom Radio, hashtag the 1000 network, check the artifacts, build with each and every one of these phenomenal people on this stream today. Again, this is audio forensics. I am your host, one of your hosts at Slatestone Music in here with my brothers, and I'm gonna pass it over to DJ Despair. What's good?
I'm right here. Everything's good. How you guys doing?
Good, brother. Good. Let them know about yourself a little bit.
I go by DJ Despair. Hail from Canada. I'm a jack of all trades. DJ, entrepreneur, businessman, and audio forensics. And I'm on Slatestone Radio. Just tuned in earlier today. So, salute.
Salute. Dick James, my brother. What's good? Let the people know what's good, man.
Peace and blessings to everybody that's tapped in with us. En route, traveling to South Carolina, got a comedy show. And we just got to keep that business going. So, you see, we here with our special guest tonight, the one and only Lonnie Sabbath, a.k.a. Lonnie B. And the B stands for Bach Beat. Recording studio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessed to see you, my brother.
And I like to call him
sir.
The Godfather and the Ambassador of Houston, Texas.
I appreciate you. Always love that. Appreciate you.
Indeed. We appreciate you, Lonnie B, tapping in with us. We're going to get into your story, your legacy, your jewels, your art craft, your bodies of work, just to learn a little bit more about what you got going on here in 2025 and what you've been feeding into the universe. Thank you for tapping into audio forensics. And I'm going to jump right into it. But first off, let the people know who you are and what they need to know about you and some of the things that you've done.
Well, peace and love to everybody. I'm Bach B. They call me Bach. Timo always called me Lonnie B. He gave me that name. I don't know where he got it from, but he gave me that, but that's all good. It's all love there. But I can tell you, man, it's been a long journey and it's been a wonderful one. I've been doing this, man, for a long time. I was on tour with Run DMC, Gap Band, Charlie Wilson, New Edition. I played with a lot of the 90s, groups. But then I started producing. I did some production for Ray J, did some productions for Brandy. But I've always kind of been behind the scenes. I've ran studios. I had a 10,000 square foot studio in Houston, and they kind of modeled a lot of studios after it. And it was fun. for like 10 we opened for like 10, 12 years. Everybody came through. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion, she started at my studio, and I can ink that, I can mark that. You can go online, you can even call her and ask her, she'll tell you. Some other artists, Tone Stith, Elder Barr's daughter worked out of there. Um, Man, a lot of artists came through. Don Tolliver, Cheddar, all of those guys, came through my studio and did work. But after a while, um, everybody kept telling me, man, you need to do something on your own. It's time for you to go on back and do some things on your own. I said, you know what? You're probably right, because this is a fun time of my life. I'm having fun, man. I'm having fun, and I want to pass some of it on to some of the newer artists, trying to get them acclimated to the business, the potential of the business, and get them to understand how to maneuver through some of the bullshit. Let's just be frank. So I decided to do, a jazz album about 2 years ago. It made top 10 on Smooth Jazz Network. Got a couple of artists I work with. Andre Killian, shout out to Andre, it's my little brother. Patrick Rodriguez, another buddy of mine. And then I said, they said, you need to do some R&B. So, I like 90s R&B. I've always loved it. So my genre and my set is mostly that love making R&B. That kind you can sit back, relax, dim the lights, if you will. All the rest is history, you can imagine. And just listen to some good music, some good vocals. And so when I did finish Touch Me, it's called Touch. Everybody just kind of jumped on it, man. That's hitting. You gonna release it? Nah, I'm having fun. But when I talk to good people like Timo, me and Timo did some business way back. We did some. Sorry about that. I'm moving this thing around. We did some Sony business, and actually it was very successful. We ended up doing like 4 or 5 shows, Timo, something like that. Put a bunch of artists on. I
Yeah,
mean, we
we
probably put, oh man, it was awesome. We had and all
about 50
the
artists
greats
in your
in the Houston.
studio alone.
Yeah, everything was held there. OG Ron C, T Ferris, that was, that's Megan Thee Stallion's manager. A lot of those guys helped participated. But moving on to the single, touches that got an R&B 90s, early 2000s feel. Something easy to groove to, but it has new school flavors because the music is 2024, 25, but the vocal arrangement is more of that 90s, 2000 feel. And I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to opening doors for some other guys that are in that mature R&B stage. Let me say that, because we older. And I'm also looking forward to just the journey. I'm excited.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. I appreciate you sharing that. I got 2 questions before I pass it off, and before we get into that Touch record you mentioned. My first question is, and this is to kind of dig into your thoughts. What is it you mentioned about you being inspired or having the will or want to assist the newer generation in music, and you've helped people in the studios and shows, and you mentioned Sony and some of the successes you shared with us. What is it inside of you that drives you or compels you to want to assist others in a society where it's all me, I'm the boss, I'm self-made, I got all the money, I'm the man? What is it in Lonnie B? Is there thoughts? Is there energy? Could you share with us that inspires and moves you to do the things that you do concerning assisting and servicing and helping others?
It's none of that. See, that's our, I would say, our problem. I would say that's our concern as a culture. So here's, I was taught by my father, and alongside of being in the music business, when I started having kids, I got out, and I started working. I started running car dealerships, and I'm not talking about just a salesperson, the sales manager. No, I was a general manager. And my dad always told me, when you go up, you bring one of us up. Every time you move up, you bring. So but our culture doesn't support that. We're supposed to, just to give you a simple answer. It's not that I, needed to do it because I'm the boss and I'm running things. We're supposed to. And anybody that's coming up that shows aspirations, that want to be prosperous and have the will to win, and you see that trait in them, our culture should support that. Everybody should bring each other up. If you move up, you should bring a one up with you. That's how it's supposed to go. So whether there's no answer gearing toward me being in a position or me being a boss, no, we're supposed to, period.
Yes, sir, brother. Indeed, indeed. And before we get to this touch record, you mentioned 90s R&B and it having a special, I guess you can call it a special place, or resonating with you in a way to where that's a vibe and an energy that you encompass. With the touch record and writing the record, can you share with us some of the things, thoughts, images, inspirations that went into that record that others around you that are close with you may not know, or how that record came about to the point that we're about to listen and see and experience?
It really resonated from my wife, to be honest with you. My wife, Timo knows, my wife is my backbone, man. Whatever I get into, whether it's going to be successful or whether it makes sense, she jumps into it right with me. I don't ever have to worry about her support. So kind of, it was, and I won't say kind of, it stemmed from her. I was thinking about her. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say, and of course I could, flip something that's, real catchy and, that really doesn't mean anything. I just made it up. But no, this was all sung about things that had transpired already in my life. And most of it was with my wife. So, and there's a lot of history there. So I really wrote it, thinking about her. And that made it easy because it was natural. It came from somewhere inside me. It wasn't something that I just started thinking about and I wanted to say. So basically, yeah, it was spawned from my wife and some of the things we've been through. And then, of course, it's got a little intimate, but that's what happens when you're married. That's some intimacy, right? Supposed to be anyway. But yeah, it came from her. They call her Mama Bach too. So if she sees it, shout out to you, baby.
Indeed. Shout out to Mama Bach from the Audio Forensics team. Again, I am your brother at Slaystone Music. This is Phenom Radio, PhenomRadio.com, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world. You are watching Audio Forensics. We are in here with our special guests, Bach, Lonnie B, holding it down. We're about to play this touch record, and then we're going to come back and we're going to touch on it and see what's good. So just stay tuned. We appreciate you for rocking with us. Let's see what's going on with it. This touch record.
Yeah, iPhone spot to get ignored. Playlist going nice and slow. Leave the lights on. You are everything I dreamed of. Stop with the dirty talking in the face and where you parked it. An angel's about to fall in love. Touch me if you want me, babe. Touch me anyway, all over my body, your body, your body. Just touch me if you want me, babe. Touch me anyway, all over my body, your body. We can take it nice and slow. Inch by inch, here we go. Stroke, 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 stroke. We can try some new seduction. We can share instructions. There's no interruptions. You and me, we can show each other how. Let's go round and round and round and round. We can try some new seduction. We can share instructions. There's no interruptions. You and me, we can show each other how. Let's go round and round and round and round and round. Touch me if you want me, babe. Touch me anyway, all over my body, your body, my body, your girl. Just touch me if you want me, babe. Touch me anyway, all over my body, your body, my body. Touch, 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 touch.
You're still muted.
Appreciate your brother. Sometimes it happens. Audio Forensics, PHENOMRadio.com. We just heard Touch by Lonnie B. Great record, brother. Great record. Before I pass it over to my audio forensic doctors for them to give their thoughts on the record, I do want to say that I enjoy the record. I think that it is a good record. Sonic sound-wise, from what I'm hearing, all the levels sound good. The instruments, I can hear clear instrumentation. The mix sounds great. It's structured to the record, which of course, you know what you're doing with it. It does bring that 90s feel, that vibe. I'm rocking with that. Knowing that your wife inspired that record and hearing the music and knowing where that can come from more of a genuine place, man, I think that the record is ready. Definitely something that should be circulated and spun. And I'm not just saying that because it's my first time meeting you. It's good music. And for me, good music is timeless. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. It's a good record, man. I like it. I'm going to add it to rotation over here, but I'm rocking with it. DJ Despair, what you think?
Yo, you just gave me that feel of like Jodeci all over again. Like that whole.
I'm glad to hear that. I've heard that.
What happened to baby making music? Like that shit don't happen. Like the world just. You remember when the DJ would play all night, and then at the end of the night, that's the record you want to play. It's just like people are so violent going home now, listening to all that drill music and everything. It's like you need that R&B feel where you get to go talk to a woman on the dance floor. You get to go and use the lyrics to get her to go home with you. You know what I mean? Like these are things that people are missing out, and you brought that essence back, and I appreciate it. I will be working the hell out of that record for you. We gonna talk.
I appreciate that. Work. Much love to you.
You got love out here from Canada from me, so we got it.
Yes, sir. Much
Big
love.
James. What you think, Big James? I know you didn't heard the record.
A1 me. Yeah, that record A1 to me. I called him about the record. I saw it, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying,
did.
getting some circulation on social media, and I said, man, look at my boy. Let me call him up. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's traveling, man. He
you
probably got a phone
playing
call.
or what, man?
I didn't hear
Yeah.
you.
It's like, yeah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you.
Okay, all right. I had to call Lonnie. I saw some of it, and I had to call him directly. What's up, Lonnie? You playing? He said, yeah, bro, I'm playing. I said, all right, cool. I need to work that record. And that's how we
He
got
sure
on
did.
here.
For sure. You sure did say that, man. And that, you know, me and we have always did good business. So, and honestly, guys, I'm having fun. You know, I've accomplished kind of almost everything I wanted. Now I'm having fun, man. And I appreciate you guys, giving me, constructive criticism because it's always wanted. It's needed. Some people can't take it, but that's how you
Well,
get
see,
better and you grow.
in this era of music now, is like a lot of us are past the age of 40s, past 45. And a lot of people are
Sure.
like, we did a lot of things, but like you said earlier, we had children, we had life. And a
Yes.
lot of
Yes,
people
sir.
don't understand that when you have life, I have a lot of legends around me, and they didn't get a chance to do a lot of things at their time because they had children. Same here with myself.
Yes,
I had
sir.
kids at an early age. So it's just you
Yeah.
experience things after they're older, and you're just like, okay, I got grandchildren now. I got all this. I have a life. Now I can go enjoy
Yes.
this life. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
we know
Yeah.
more now.
Yeah.
Tell me, all the experiences you've experienced since, if you would have just gave your all back then, how do you think things would have turned out now?
Oh man, come on. That's a question. That's not trying to sound crazy. That's a question I ask myself all the time because the information and the maturity. You know, it's hard. Foresight is hard, man. It's hard to look forward and make those decisions. A lot of the greats do it, and you wonder why they're great, but they understood it. They understood it. They understood it, and they knew when to move. And a lot of us, we miss that. We have some wins, and we have some accomplishments, but you're right. That what you just said right then is that big question, and a lot of people ask themselves that for sure.
Well, it's like in this day and age, how do you feel from being direct to consumer to being digitalized has changed your life in the game?
It's in my eyes, it's better. It's better. Things of evolution is inevitable. You gotta evolve, or you'll be like the blockbusters and shut down, and some of the other stores that just didn't quite make it because they didn't try to evolve. And so from going to that to now, and even the new machine of music. Back in my day, you drove somebody's house and you sit in their driveway, or you went to a big record label and you sit in the lobby and try to get somebody to hear you. These kids at this day and age, the opportunity is there. I mean, it's there. But what I can say for the kids in this age, there's more entrepreneurs in this age, in this era, than in my era. So that's a plus.
There's more risk takers now because when we were growing up in an era of parents that didn't want us to take risks, they wanted us to
Work hard.
have legit jobs, go
Yep,
have a
yep,
career, go to school
yeah,
and do all this stuff. Now,
yeah,
like a lot of us
yeah.
did a lot of this without education. You know what I mean? It was like sitting in a
Absolutely.
recording studio with guys like you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so you're
yep.
saying that you're teaching the youth now. How, and trust me, I love what you're doing because I do the same thing. But how is it that you get past the ignorance of these guys thinking that they know everything now and that Spotify is the world?
You know, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. But you know, there's also a form of respect, because the kids nowadays, honestly, they think they're smarter than we are, but some of them are. But the education and the history, when they know you've already did it, and you can stamp that and you can show them, then you'll get the listeners, you'll get the people, you know, the kids that you're talking to, and you can tell if they're really listening, because when you get a kid or anybody, I'm in sales, so I know I get anybody looking at me and I'm talking to them, they're doing like this, I'm tying them down. I know they listening to me. So a lot of the kids now, when I'm talking to them and trying to educate them and show them there's the ways, I don't really have too much pushback. Every now and then, yes, but you know, you can't get them all. But what you try to do is just try to plant the seed there to them, and maybe they can refer back to it and says, you know what, Bach told me that, and I get that a lot, you know, and just that one, I get that just that one, I feel accomplished. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
respect.
and again,
Because
it's necessary. We have to do it. We're
trust me,
supposed to do that.
I took 6 months hiatus from like what I normally do, traveling touring, just to see what my city would be like. And then
Right.
the kids were very violent. Everybody was going at each other. People who didn't even have
Wow.
their ass caps or their stuff together, and a lot of stuff not like they weren't
I believe it.
established. Like it was like this is your first year of doing music,
Yeah.
and you're already got in trouble 15 times, kicked out of clubs, this and this and this, and I'm just like, so
Yeah.
how are you supposed to perform later if you already got a problem behind you? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some people
Yeah.
don't understand
Yeah.
how to act. Like nowadays, how do you feel from the rappers that are very or the R&B artists also who are very out there, like doing too much? You know what I'm saying? Like
They
there's
you know,
the
they
let me explain it better. It's like sitting in the studio and getting that work done was like the biggest pressure for a lot of us artists to even come up with the albums, the songs, da da da. Nowadays, age they're just singing and rapping about nothing.
yeah, you know, I got an artist that was like that, and this kid is phenomenal. I mean, his name is Addison Day. I mean, this kid is so talented, but his issue is his pencil. His pencil wasn't good. He wasn't talking about anything. And I was like, man, you got to dig deeper. You got the voice, you got the talent, but your pencil isn't saying anything. You know, it's like saying, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, and then I hope I don't get in trouble and nothing by cursing, but he would say, I'm going to the grocery store, and then the next sentence would be, well, I'm gonna shit on myself. Well, hell, don't make sense. Don't make sense at all. It's like, hey man, you gotta take me on a journey somewhere. The scenery has to change. I don't want to keep going down I-10 and all of a sudden I don't see nothing but concrete jungle. I want to see some trees. I want to see some dips in the road. I want to see some, and that's part of the education. The second part of the education is they think once they get in the studio, it's over with. It's not. That's just the beginning of it. You're gonna have to work that thing. Social media is inevitable. You got to be on it. I had an artist that Timo helped me with, the Blaxicans. The female artist was absolutely drop dead gorgeous, could sing her ass off, but has no social media following. So I sent her to Warner Brothers. They listened to her, they liked the record. First thing they asked me, God, Lonnie, she's fresh. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She don't have any followers. And as gorgeous as she is, that girl should have 100K. And they didn't sign her. So for those who listening, it's, the record could be great, but ain't nobody gonna hear it if you don't work it and get on platforms like this, you know, and try to springboard that thing. So it's a lot of work, and the kids, some of the kids get it, and some of them don't.
You see, when you say that, like, say you have all the viewers and everything, but you have no talent. You see, you can work on either way. And they will sign that person who has more viewers and everything and turn that talent into something.
That's, and that's, I hate to say that's that's the sad part.
Right.
Because now I heard Nicki Minaj said nowadays you're not getting signed on your talent. You're getting signed on your popularity.
Oh, I see
and
that.
huh?
You see that a lot because I see just the past weeks, I got signed to Universal. I got signed to Virgin. I got signed to this. Then I go look at your social media and your whole social media is stripped. Everything you had done before this record deal is now gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. There's a lot of rappers that has gone on platforms like this and said, once you get signed, they take everything from you. They have your social media, they have your phone, da da da. Because I told guys, I go, who do you think is taking pictures of them like that? Not them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's part of the big R's, though. That's what they do. They take control. So a lot of these guys, a lot of these kids, is impressive. They want to stay independent because they know that they control. They don't have to deal with a middleman. They don't have to deal with a person taking care of them. They're doing it themselves. So all they got to do is pay themselves. So I admire that and I applaud that. But when it comes down to the talent, you got these kids that study, went to school, done a ton of work. They've got a big body of work, but they can't get heard because they don't really probably had a backing. And let's be clear, a lot of the backing is not something we need to talk about. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate you for sharing those jewels with us. We want to keep this thing moving, not take too much of your time. You mentioned Addison Day. We have a record from Addison, and I believe it's called Deep. Can you let the listeners know what we should expect from this record, how it came about, your role in the record, and then we'll jump right to it, and then we'll come back and see what's going on.
So Addison is a Timo know him. Addison was one of my engineers that worked at the studio. We call him Spider. He's been around a long time. He's young, but he's been around, man. He's done work with Fat Pimp. He's done work with God, what's his name? That triples up all his rhymes. He's from Dallas. God, I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name. He's done work with him and a lot of other artists. And he's a producer as well. But he wasn't ready. He was, he'd been with me for 8 years and I'd hear stuff and it was all the same. His runs were all the same. His pencil was not appealing. It didn't capture. He wasn't saying anything that will make you sing with him in the car. Because that's part of it. When people are singing in the car and listening to your song, they actually think they're you. And I said, man, you got to make it people think that they know you. So about 2 years ago, we started working, and man, he'd changed. He'd been studying, he had been working on his craft, and his voice is phenomenal. You've only heard this deep, but I've got 2 EPs on him, and this kid is very talented. So I produced the track. I produced his vocals. I recorded it, mixed it, mastered it. And I'm proud of it. I hadn't released it yet. I'm releasing it actually in a couple of weeks. But it's a great record, man. It's a great record. The guys, he can sing. That's him. That's all him on the vocals. So I it's a record that I played for some DJs like KG Smooth in Houston. Excuse me, at 102. He loved the record. You're gonna love this record. This record's hot.
Indeed, brother. We're going to get right into it. This is Addison Day Deep, Audio Forensics, Phenom Radio, Phenomenal Radio, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world. Let's play it.
Put on that sexy shit that I like. It's gonna be one hell of a night. I got a big ass appetite for your body. You're gonna be my buffet. I'ma clean my whole plate. So give me all your ingredients, baby. I'm deep in your ocean, you're my shark, babe. I'm in your water scuba diving, and I don't mind if I start drowning in you. Don't need nobody to come to my rescue. I'm a good swimmer, so I don't need no one's help. I'll find out that I am a professional. You said you didn't mind if I took my time. Brace yourself, girl, I'm about to die. Let me go deep, 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 deep. Ooh, girl, 'cause your body keep calling me. Put that ass to sleep, 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 sleep. Tonight, girl, I'ma be your melatonin. I want you to put your legs around my head while I work, baby. Yeah, like dinner to your body jerk, baby. She's turning me that deep. You're gonna forget about everything when I go deep. We can do it anywhere. The kitchen, bedroom, really don't care. Just in the beach someday. I don't care long as I can put it on. Taking swimming classes so I can be ready to show you everything I've been practicing. Yeah, front strokes, back strokes, submerging my nose, changing directions and treating water. Just preparing myself for you, girl. I'm a swimmer, so I don't need no one's help. I'll find out that I am a professional. You said you didn't mind if I took my time. Brace yourself, girl, I'm about to die. Let me go deep, 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 deep. Ooh, girl, 'cause your body keep calling me. Put that ass to sleep, 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 sleep. Tonight, girl, I'ma be your melatonin. I want you to put your legs around my head while I work, baby. Eat up like dinner to your body jerk, baby. She's calling me that deep. You're gonna forget about everything when I go deep.
Yeah, yeah.
Indeed. Phenomenal Radio, PhenomRadio.com, Audio Forensics. We just heard Addison Day Deep in here with Lonnie B. Great record.
Yes, sir.
Great record.
Yeah.
And real quick, my take on that record, listening to it, the way he fluidly, the production is A1. The sound is good. The quality is good. But the way his voice fluently went from falsetto to those highs to those different patterns in and out to the catchy hook. You know what I mean? To a little bit of the the auto tune slightly just on some of the part of the hook, which captures ears with the sound today, but also brings a good music feel that an older crowd could rock with. I think it's a universal record that is not limited demographically just to a certain group. And it sounds A1. The mix sounds good. The production sounds good. The writing is good. So that record's a good record. I would definitely push that. Like you already know, I'm just telling you my position on it. I would shoot it out to the network, let everybody know, like, hey, you need to be rocking with this record. What you think, DJ Despair?
I really like the record, and it reminds me of like like kind of like a new age when Roger Troutman and them used to do that. To like when you go into Old Shy, you don't hear that. You remember like the whole ballad of that, like the growth of an artist actually taking every aspect of the song and using it to its potential. And a lot of people don't know how to actually compose these days. So the whole balance is amazing. Like everything sounds great. It's just bringing that R&B feel back for me right now, and I really appreciate it.
DJ Despair, thank you, sir. Thank you. Dick James, what you think about the record, man? It's on you.
Yeah, I mean, I got this record too. So, and I've had this record for about 6 months or longer. And before the new year came, we spoke about the record and we put a plan in place. And then the new year came and then he got a record and he released the record. And so he's the priority since he's the one who's behind both projects. And I just wanted to let him come on and let you guys tell him from an A1 perspective, because it's easy for me to say what I generally say to him on a regular. It's not a favoritism type of platform. If it was some garbage, I'd be riding him like a horsey without a saddle.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm letting you guys do what you do because I've already been introduced to the records. I've been up on the music, and I want him to get that stamp and that certification from my partners without me having to have anything to say about it or put any influence on it. So he'll know this is all on his earnings. It's a merit because he worked, and that's why we're here. Shout out to Mama Bach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Mama Bach. Dick James, it's on you. This is your part of the interview before we get to this next record, so it's on you.
I just want to keep it short and sweet. Like I said, he's the man in Houston. There's a few others that, we could mention, but today is about Lonnie Sabbath, a.k.a. Lonnie Botch. And then B comes from Bach Beat Recordings Entertainment. We've done a lot of work. It's going on 10 years now, since 2015.
Yep.
And Lonnie really brought me into Houston, introduced me to Houston on a business perspective, and it's been up ever since.
Yeah.
It's like he gave me the opportunity to come in, co-sign me in what I was doing, and here I am, 360 degrees, full circle. So we got another record because he's a phenomenal producer. And I want to just go ahead and let him introduce that record so we can get to it.
Yeah. So this guy is like my older brother. And I've been around him since I was 14. He did some work with Prince. He did some work with Gap Band and Charlie Wilson. I was on tour with them, and they kind of raised me, man. They were on Star Search back in the day. This guy's an older gentleman. He doesn't look his age, and he still sounds youthful. I mean, when I started talking to him, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a record on you, man. I'm gonna kind of give it a Bruno Mars type of feel, because Bruno's kind of bringing back that older school, and that's kind of my lane. I can do the new stuff, but my lane and my love is that R&B that we're really not getting it anymore. And Bruno's done a great job of trying to bring it back. Yeah, he's doing a good job of bringing it back, him and Anderson .Paak. So this record's kind of on that tip a little bit. And it's a great record. It's a good record. Actually, he's doing pretty good with it. The record's called Lies. It's supposed to be La La La, but he called it La La La. So here it goes.
Indeed.
spend my time with you. There's no reason that I ever have to. Can you tell the truth? No, you never do. I let you hang around me 'cause you're fine, but you're prevaricating all the time. I think it's time we just draw the line and make up your mind, 'cause you're wasting time. Baby, ooh, why do you lie, baby? Baby, ooh, make up your mind, baby. Tell the truth. If you love me, don't you lie to me. Can't you decide, baby? Baby, ooh. You're talking like you're rich. You say your money's flowing when it only drips. You're telling all your girls you're in love, and I don't think it's sweet that you're speaking of. There's this new invention called integrity. Can you ever in your life be straight with me? To tell the truth is easy, baby, it's free. I'm just serious. Can you be serious, baby? Oh, la 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 la, baby. Ooh. Why don't you try, baby? Baby, ooh. If you love me, don't you lie to me. Make up your mind, baby. Baby, ooh. You're walking around talking like you're real. Say your money's flowing when it only drips. Baby, why don't you just try some honesty? Just be straight with me. Be straight with me, baby. You're telling all your girls you're in love. I know I'm not the one that you're speaking of. To tell the truth is easy, baby, it's free. I'm just serious. Can you be serious, baby? Ooh. La, 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 la. Baby, try not to lie to me. You can't deny, baby. Speak the truth.
Phenom Radio, Phenomenal Radio, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world, audio forensic stream. We just heard straight out of Bach Beat Studios, Bach Beat Entertainment, Mr. Barry. That la, 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 la.
Robert Berry.
Man.
Robert Berry.
Baby. Original Drifter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Robert
Man,
Berry.
the record and listening to the sound, it's takes me on a time track, just time warp. Like, and it's that record right there can go anywhere. Anywhere. Age range wise, it's gonna go anywhere, and there's really not too much I have to say or add to it. I definitely want to say what I've learned from you. And first, I appreciate your time and sharing some of your history and a little portion of your jewels and experience with us. But as a producer, I'm hearing the horns in that record, the piano chimes, the arrangement.
Yes, sir.
And DJ Despair
That's
mentioned
all
the word.
play.
See?
That's
that
all
right
play.
That right
ain't
there.
no sample.
See, that right
that's
there.
all play.
Listen,
And that's why it's so real. It's so real because your skill right there, even you saying that, before I even heard you say that, the arrangement, the composition of it just supersedes the level of not taking away anybody that produced with software and stuff like that, but it's something about that realness, musicianship, and skill that you put into that record. With his voice, the way he did it, the arrangement, the writing, the words, it's A1, man. That's a record that I want to push 1,000. I'm telling you, the Bach Beat Studios got my head over here like, hold on, Dick James, where they come from? Like, I've been sleeping.
Yeah.
So, salute to you. Salute
sir.
to you on that and the artists you share with us and your records. I'm going to put the machine that I can from my power behind it, and I'm sure my brothers are going to do the same, but I'm going to pass it to DJ Despair. And again, before we end it, I'm going to tell you, Lonnie, thank you. Dick James, thank you for the history, the jewels, the lessons, and the music. and everything. So Despair, it's on you, man, before we close out, then pass it to Dick James.
All I gotta say is this, Lonnie. I gotta talk to you after the show. Valentine's is next month. You know where I'm going with this. I need to do a mixtape. Like this has gotta happen. You gotta host this. I'm loving everything I'm hearing right now. Timo,
Say less.
Big James, make that happen. We making this happen. I gotta get back on my R&B tip. This is giving me that life that I'm missing from my R&B, because you know when you're a DJ and you play hip hop and reggae and all that heavy stuff all the time, and then I like to listen to conscious reggae, R&B, or even classical music at times after I'm done a show, because after all of that, and yes, I love Megan Thee Stallion, I love everybody that they're doing in the music and everything like that, but it's just that when you're looking at the whole, like I said earlier, there's no R&B at the end. There's no slow jams at the end of the club. There's no R&B feel before the night picks up like it used to be, where people danced or you did all the MOPs and the Busta Rhymes and all that to bring the women on the dance floor and then go into like Neo and all that. It's that vibe is missing, and you really just gave me that. Like, I'm really happy right now. I can't stop smiling. Thank you. Appreciate this. I can't wait to work with you and push these.
I appreciate it, man. Much love to you. Much love to you, man.
Big James.
Timo, much love to you, brothers. Blessings to all you guys.
All the time, bro. So with that being said, we'll close it out with this right here. We just witnessed the reason why we're in the background talking about Phenomenal Radio All-Stars Music Awards in Houston, Texas, 2025. This is the reason. We got to get his brother his flowers while we have the ability to do so, simply by recognizing and applying. We're going to celebrate you. You deserve it. So we're in the background, and we're going to set a conference up coming this week where we can get on the phone with our partners, and we're going to go ahead and make that happen. One love to everybody.
Let's do it.
Shout out to our partner,
Let's
DJ Despair. Shout out to Dr. Slay Stone. Shout out to you, Lonnie B. It's been our pleasure.
Absolutely. My pleasure as well.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you.
Much love and respect, Lonnie B. You got anything you want to say before we end it?
Man, it's always great to be in the room with greatness, and I mean that. You know, it's with professionals, people that know what they're doing, and people that and it's just to take it further, people that's willing to listen, willing to help. You know, we need that in our culture. It's needed, you know, and that support and that backing, you can't miss. You can't miss. And especially with us, we're talented race. It's a lot of us out there, you know, and it's good to have people like you guys. Much love to you all. Blessings to you all. I really appreciate this 45 minutes, man. It's been great.
Give us your social media so people can check on you, where they can find your music.
Instagram is Box7107, and Facebook is Lonnie Sabbath. Just type that in, or you can put Box7107. It'll go straight to it. And TikTok is Box7107 as well.
Yes, sir, brother. Peace and blessings. Much love and respect from Audio Forensics, my brothers, and everybody watching. Until next time, peace.
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 The most versatile hip hop radio station in the world. Phenomenal Radio.